Hearing sounds of bombs and people screaming in the distance. Can you imagine the horror that was witnessed by so many innocent citizens? The Boston Marathon is an annual race that usually attracts 20,000 participants and 50,000 spectators. Today I'm going to tell you about the Boston bombing trial and its outcome so far. On April 15, 2013, two Islamic brothers, Tamerlan and Ozarkar Hazarnay, targeted the Boston Marathon. At approximately 2:49 p.m., a bomb was detonated at the home stretch of the race on Woolston Street. According to abcnews.org, the bombs were placed 180 yards apart and were detonated 30 seconds apart from one another, killing 3 and injuring over 265 people. Over 16 people lost one or more of their limbs. On March 7, 2015, opening statements began for the accused brother, Ozarkar Hazarnay. Ozarkar has been charged with 30 federal counts, including using a weapon of mass destruction resulting in death and destruction of property by means of an explosive device resulting in death. 17 of the charges carry the death penalty. According to the Huffington Post, prosecutors began the trial stating that Hazarnay's main objective was to maim and kill everyone at the race. Assistant U.S. Attorney William Wainwright described the homemade bombs as being filled with nails and ball bearings that Hazarnay allegedly detonated at the finish line of the race. According to CNN News, it was the type of bomb favored by most terrorists. Wainwright said he had murder in his heart, though you wouldn't know to look at him. Hazarnay appeared in court with a goatee, wearing a blazer and white dress shirt. Wainwright portrayed Hazarnay and his older brother Tamerlan as partners who planned the crimes and carried them out together. Tamerlan is now deceased due to a shootout with the police. The defense, led by Judy Clark, said she would not dispute that Ozarkar set off bombs on Blunt Street, or that he got to a gunfight with the police in Watertown. The ABC News stated that Clark directly said that it was him. According to the ABC News website, this was stated by Ms. Clark also. For the next several weeks, we're going to come face to face with unbearable grief, pain, and loss caused by senseless, horribly misguided acts carried out by two brothers. She continued, but do not and will not at any point attempt to sidestep Ozarkar's responsibility for his actions. Clark then went on to argue that Ozarkar should be spared from the death penalty because the deceased brother planned and organized the attacks. Clark tried to portray Ozarkar as someone who lived a normal teenage life, who was interested in girls and cars, but was drawn into his brother's plan that led him down the wrong path. The afternoon testimony was dominated by 5 witnesses, several of them who were victims of the bombing and described their life-threatening injuries. As these witnesses spoke, videos were played and images were showed depicting horrific injuries that were sustained by some victims. According to CNN News, Rebecca Gregory, a victim of the bombings, said that my bones were literally 9 minutes to be on the sidewalk. I thought that was the day I was going to die. Gregory was unaware that Chamberlain was standing near her before the bomb exploded until the prosecutor showed her pictures. Sydney Cochran, a 17-year-old high school senior at the time of the bombing, said she was at the event cheering for her aunt. Sydney's femoral artery was severed from the explosion, causing her to nearly bleed out. She was saved by strangers who made a makeshift tourniquet. The two brothers are accused of killing 3 and wounding 264 near the marathon's finish line with homemade bombs made out of pressure cookers. CNN News states the combined number of casualties from the attack made it one of the largest acts of domestic terrorism in the U.S. since 9/11.